this on? Okay, good. Gotta do this here too. Okay, one last thing I wanted to look at. Is this on? Looks good there. Good. Where was I with this? How far did I get? Shoot. I don't have the recent chapter there. What was that last one? I know I should have reviewed this morning. Yeah. Oh, stop it. Come on. Why are you over there? Why is everything opening on that monitor? Not now. Come on. Come on. Get out of here. Jesus Christ. Go away. I'm trying to read this. Oh, fuck off, advertisement. Get out of the way. Oh, God damn it. I see. Yeah, I don't want those on right now. No, you can. Well, why don't you have me some? Oh, you're in the way at the moment. That's why. Get out of the way. Okay, yeah. Who was I now? All right. Let's start this recording. Hmm. Hey guys, it's Turok, and today I'm going to review One Piece chapter 1106. The official versions are out now. Hold on. Why is it every time I start talking I have a throat? Clear my throat. I don't know. Hold on a second. Do this again. Okay. Start recording. Hey guys, it's Turok, Today I'm doing chapter 1106 of One Piece. The unofficial version has come out, and oh, we got Oda really teased us with that last chapter about who was coming, and boy, he didn't disappoint. But I was completely wrong. I believe I was guessing Dragon, which didn't make sense in hindsight after that because Dragon's too far away to arrive on Egghead and help the Straw Hats. At least, but maybe not by himself if he had some other ability to travel that we don't know about. Because we don't know how he got to Log Town back in chapter 100 when he saved Luffy from Smoker. Um, um, so the last chapter, in the last chapter we had the yes, the last chapter we had the Straw Hats attempting to escape. As a recap, to escape, and uh, they were moving the plan along pretty well at the top. Nami and Brooke and the others were leading a charge to get the ship off the island. Still, Brooke figured out that he could just freeze clouds, and so him and Lilith are skating this ship across the ice to get it off to the other edge, and then they can. Um, and meanwhile, the others are together. Edison and Usopp and Chopper and Robin all together, and we saw Robin as well, and we saw she's like injured, so she's there, and the Buster Call is commenced, and it ended with Kizaru was stopped the group on the ground from being able to get to the top. That was like Atlas, Vegapunk, uh, uh, um, Bonnie, Kuma, yeah, and Frankie, and they were starting to go up actually, and Sanji was there, and he was going to go rescue Vegapunk. That's right. Come on, Ken, sit there. So we left off right there with the Saturn ordering the pacifistas to kill them as they were falling. So we start off right from there. Also, one last thing, we ended with the obvious finding out that the ships that Saturn ordered to go after the escaped scientists from the island they were destroyed, and those fortunately those people, as far as we know, did escape. Now they certainly weren't destroyed by the ship Saturn sent, and then we saw that another ship was coming, and it was like, well, who could it be? Uh, I'll get to it at the end. Anyways, let's jump into it. Where the chapter cover on this one just shows I had it over here somewhere. The chapter cover for this one just shows by the way, Robin and a crocodile. Yeah. Oh right, it's a crocodile because she was teamed up with Sir Crocodile. It shows her with a crocodile at a beachfront, and the crocodile's standing on two legs. He's decked out in some nice clothing to go out on the beach. He's got a surfboard, kind of cute. But anyways, get to the chapter. We start by seeing the bombardment of Egghead, a wide shot there, and we see the other ship coming in, the mysterious ship. Then and someone's saying, "Oh, they're really going at it." Oh, okay, I see what that was. We get two voices there, and they see the bombardment going on, and one comments, "Oh, they're really going at it," and then the other person says, "It's just like the newspaper said." And so they're getting the news cool. How could never mind. I was about to spoil it. I didn't. But now we could now we switch to all right, just a uh so we switched now to Luffy, and the Marines also had caught up to him from the last chapter, and he had made his way to the vending machine to refill his energy so he can help out. And so we still don't. It doesn't look like there was a. It doesn't look like there was a someone that may have helped him. At least not that we know of. There was people thought maybe Kizaru was helping him at one point, but now that looks like that's not for sure not that one. And then people thought about Caribou because we still have not seen him at all since that moment with Brooke and Zoro about 40 chapters ago. No, it was a little sooner than that, but yeah. So Luffy here is and when we saw him last, he had filled himself up, and I joked like he could just turn into Tank Man again. And the Marines here have surrounded him and are trying to arrest him. But so first thing happens is he quickly starts digesting the food and deflates back to his normal size. And this scares the Marines. This actually helps him because I was also concerned like, will he be able to transform in time and escape these guys? Because if they get Sea Prism Stone on him, he can't do anything, which is very. Well, I like the comment is like quite interesting that like given how powerful he is when he awakens his fruit, that a simple thing like Sea Stone stuff even could stop him. That's always distracting me. So some of the Marines are commenting like, "Oh my God, he digested already. We better be careful. He might just swallow us up." And then some other people are like, "No, come on, we gotta catch him now. He's pull it together and stuff." And but as he's starting to do that, as they're trying to get some Sea Stone Prism Stone cuffs out, Luffy immediately starts transforming back into his gear 5. You start seeing his white hair and the smile. So we switched to we switched to some of the Marines now who are shooting the at the island again, and that's someone attacking them. I think they're trying to show here that new ship is coming into it, is starting to take some of these ships out. The way it's shown, I was a little confused on that for a second. But now we switch to the Vegapunk watching the others fall, Kuma and Atlas and everybody. And Vegapunk calls in Atlas. So Vegapunk, this sly dog here, this is one of the best moments in this chapter. He has a plan, and he figured on. He talks to Atlas, and while that's happening, Saturn's reiterating, "Hey, shoot to the pacifistas, shoot down Kuma and everyone." He calls them like this translation calls them a pathetic. He calls them a pathetic family, and then we jump back up to the top. Oh, that's right, Sanji's there. I didn't even notice it. He's using that step thing he has with like Geppo, and he's trying to get up there to help save them too. We see the others falling here, and then Vegapunk again is trying to talk to Atlas. He's like, "Let Bonnie know," and Bonnie, so she somehow falls closer to the Atlas. It's funny because she was a moment ago looked like she's several feet away, but she leans in toward Bonnie, who's still being held by Kuma, and tells her something. And so she yells out, "Please don't shoot, Daddy. Help us escape alive instead." So when I first read this, I actually thought she was just talking to her Kuma himself, like have him use his fruit to teleport away. But what happens here is that as soon as she says that, all the pacifistas suddenly stopping their attack, and they turn on the Marines. And then the Marines are even commenting, like, "Did you hear her shouting? What's going on?" And like, "I don't know. There's too much with the bombardment going on. I have no idea." So the pacifistas on the beach immediately turn around and start shooting the nearest Marine ships. And so these Marines obviously get a shock and surprise, like, "Oh my God, what's going on?" They were listening a moment ago, now they're going rogue again. So now we switched to what happened here. Vegapunk starts thinking to himself again. This is like a carrying on from where he was saying in the last chapter, "I couldn't stand the idea of you being killed by my pacifistas someday because they look just like your father." So he goes on with this one saying, "There's Bonnie, I was I couldn't sleep at night thinking about that you might be killed by your father. Uh, I couldn't imagine such a tragedy. So I, and then he goes like this. This is the reason, because I was so worried about that. That is the reason I made sure each and every pacifista that would always listen to you. They were, and he did. Oh, that's right, because we kept talking about, and I saw this talking about like how did Vegapunk really not make a back door for the pacifistas? And this is it. He made it that Bonnie overrides all other commands. So apparently, Tula still has she's supposed to be in sight of them. No transponder snail, right? The Denden mushies. Uh, but so she yelled at them now, and now the other pacifistas will listen to her. Yes, they were. And so he's like, yeah, they were proprietary to our orders, even above the Goro say. It doesn't matter if the entire planet against you. The Kuma will always be on your side in this way. And then he says to himself, "That's the one selfish liberty I took that I knew would like come back to hurt him and like get him in trouble." And Saturn has figured this out, and he comes in and stabs Vegapunk. Oh, I hope he's gonna survive. I'm really hoping Vegapunk survives, but I'm getting more and more concerned with this. Because and then yeah, Vegapunk continues like, I knew this would have consequences, and this magnitude of a betrayal, as it reads here, would be met with no mercy. So then he's upset, and so not realizing that the pacifistas can't do it, Saturn then turns to Kizaru and orders him to um, uh, kill Bonnie and Kuma. Also, when Vegapunk got stabbed, Frankie and Sanji are still above seeing and they see it happen, so they're gonna try and get him, I assume. Uh, so then Kizaru comes in and he zooms up there, and I think was he shooting at them first? So he comes in though, and he comes with his sword to and yeah, Vegapunk and see Kizuru's obviously not on our side again. He comes in with the sword and says, "I'll make sure I get you guys one hit, so that it will be a quick, painless death for both of you." But just as he's about to do that, Luffy comes in laughing, and he punches Kizu down to the ground again. He comes in with like a big hockey stretched punch and knocks him down. Um, and then and Bonnie, this is where Bonnie finally gets to see his awakened form that she saw the poster of him before and asked him back in the beginning of this arc, like, what is that form? I thought I saw you with white hair. And so he points out, he had just said then, oh, that's me in my most free form. I liked how they showed that in anime. So if you're watching my channel, you know I'm doing the reaction channel, doing reactions too. And Luffy, like in the anime, like puffed up and like ballooned up, and there was like a really neat little animation piece there that showed that. And so Bonnie starts hearing the drums. He starts to do. They have the drum stuff going on, and then as that happens, oh yeah, she's like, wait, that's Straw Hat. And then as that happens, they finally come down to the ground. They and what do they hit there? Because it looks like they're not injured. It looks like there's something bouncy there. We see Frankie, Atlas, and Kuma hit the ground there, and Sanji lands with them, and like he's checking on them, and Luffy's just up there like, oh, let's have some fun now. Um, wait, how come I thought there was I thought I missed a line. Oh yeah, he says, yeah, Luffy just is laughing saying, after that snack, I'm back at full power. That's what I was missing there. So as that's happening, we see Saturn there. He looks very pissed now because they're still alive, and Kizaru failed again. And he said before, like, Kizaru, quickly kill them. Be quick about it. And Kizaru's quick. So now we switch back we switch back to a panel out in the sea with the Navy ships, and they're like, something's shaking. Do you guys feel that? And I got, who cares? And then other people are like, who cares about that? We got to stop those pacifistas. Uh, so now we go back to Bonnie and the others, and Bonnie's gone up to Vegapunk, and he looks like he's passed out, and he's bleeding out, unfortunately, from this. And she's trying to rouse him up, while the others, I mean, you see Sanji and Kuma behind him, and I'm trying to figure out if one of Kuma's like just waiting there for her to command him, or if he'll, Atlas will have to pick him up again. So now we get a very interesting panel here. This isn't in the ending yet, but this is the coolest. The Iron Giant is shown again, and it wakes up again. And this is the I checked the chapter. It was in 1092 when Luffy first turned into Gear 5 against Kizaru. We saw the same thing happen, and we haven't seen it since. So that was like 14 chapters ago, and now we're seeing it wake up again. I actually mixed up. I actually thought when I first read this chapter, I went too fast. I get so excited to read it. I actually thought that it was the Iron Giant that stopped the pacifistas and made them listen, because it was like I thought maybe it had like because it was like an advanced machine. It'd have a way to override their commands. The Bonnie trick was much cooler, but this would have been neat as well. So Bonnie here, while she's looking down at checking on Vegapunk, she looks up at Luffy again, and he's just dancing around up in the sky. Actually, he does have fun. His one pose again, where he's running, jumping in the sky, jumping around, and she remembers back to Kuma telling her how about the stories of Nika to make her feel better, and you see this little flashback where she's smiling at this wonderful story he told her, and then it shows them doing the two of them doing the dance together. So Bonnie's putting it together here. Actually, it looks like Vegapunk told her. He's like, I think we go back to a flashback too. No, he's still awake right there, isn't he? He wakes up and says this now. I thought this was a flashback. It looks like Vegapunk wakes up and says to Bonnie, I knew you hadn't connected the dots yet. It was like that with me too. I had to see it myself. The Straw Hat Luffy, that boy who caught Kuma's eye, is the sun god Nika. And I get a great shot of her looking at him as he's dancing around. So, and Bonnie started crying in the realization that she's found the sun god she's been looking for. That was part of her trip, I think she said. Ever since she left Sorbet, she had been also looking for Nika to help. She was hoping that would help her dad. And so it switches back to a panel there. Yeah, so we see a little panel with Luffy laughing and Kuma just lying there. And I think Kuma's just falling back down unconscious. And then it's Vegapunk says, yes, Kuma was right. And he goes on saying, a Buster Call is not a problem for someone like him. People of all the world have been waiting for his arrival for hundreds of years. So now we switch to the last pages of the chapter. A giant ship is shown, and I mean giant. This is the ship comes in and it's heading. We see the marine ships, and this thing is just a big sail, and there's two swords on it for sails. We know it's not a marine ship. We know it's not Blackbeard's ship. And then we start seeing Marines saying, start reporting to probably their commanders nearby. This is Northeastern Unit Command. There's an insanely large ship coming, and then other people start seeing who it is, and they start saying, "There's no doubt about it. It's them." We thought they were gone. No one's seen them in 100 years, and what are they doing here? So. So the Marines continue on. They're coming right for us. Stop them. What are the giants doing here? And then we see them, Dory and Bragi. They talk to each other. One says, I forget which is which, but the muscular one says the tall one. Oh, that's Bragi, I guess. He says they're asking us what we're doing here. And then the other Dory says, yeah, don't they know some things in the world can't be stopped? And then the last panel is them coming. I don't know if they're walking in off the walking on the shore now. It looks like they are. First we saw the ship, and then we see two of them. The two of them using their weapons to break masts on two nearby marine ships, and Dory, no, Bragi, I think it is, says, yeah, they start doing their two laughs too. I like they had those funny little laughs. I can't imitate them. I can't remember, like gugga gugga gugga. It's like one of them or something. So the one's laughing, and he says, "We've come here to pick up Straw Hat." And then we continue seeing other Marines communicate to the commanders. The giant pirates are here. It's an emergency. And then Dory says, or should we call him the Sun God? And at the end of the chapter, and then it says, a giant glimpse of hope finally arrives. And there's a break next week. Son of a gun. So that's who arrived. I was trying to think, like, I saw people speculating, oh, maybe the Cross Guild will come, or maybe Shanks will come. And Shanks seemed most likely to me because he was right there with on their Elbath just yesterday. It seemed like that was supposed to be lining up with the timing. But they must have saw the paper that morning or something, and they say they're right. The Elbath is close by, and it probably would be so easy for them to come over and help. And I'm surprised I'm surprised that with a ship that big, I'm thinking, would the wind be good enough? But they're there, and now between them, Luffy's back in action, and the pacifistas are back on their side, and now they can't be ordered around. So now Saturn, yeah, the tides are starting to turn here, and the little ending in the corner. There's always a little thing that Oda puts, and it reads, a giant glimpse of hope finally arrives. And so, the thing is still, of course, the Blackbeard pirates are still supposedly there. So this is still like up in the air, big time, of what can happen next. It's gonna especially be interesting now because we know Luffy can go toe to toe with Kizaru. So, and then the others are down on the ground though. How will they get out of Saturn's reach? Because he could still probably freeze him up. This is a point where I think he's going to actually have to fight him. And Sanji and Frankie are both there, so we'll have to see what happens. We know Frankie could probably fire more beams at him, but that's not going to. He's going to have to aim for the head this time. That reminds me of Avengers Infinity War, where Thor didn't kill Thanos because he didn't hit the head and it messed up. Frankie probably should be. I kind of feel like I should tell Frankie the same thing. Aim for the head. Use a radical beam right in his head. See if that will do anything. So, really good chapter. Also, look, the art. I'm noticing. Oh, you know what? I noticed a couple other little things too. Kuma is not completely out of, like, I guess, reacting and moving. I noticed in his shot here where Kizaru was about to kill Kuma and Bonnie, he was lighting his body up so much, Kizaru, that Kuma actually was putting his hand in front to block the light from that. There's just some great shots. This is the end of the chapter, and yeah, I know it's a short one now. I made a short review, but I was just so excited to get through this. But yeah, this is just great. We still haven't seen Zoro Lucci, so now we're waiting for that again. So now, where do we stand now? So now we got the Straw Hats trying to escape the other way. Which way were they going to go? They were going to escape the other side of the island, right? Yeah, this looks like Dory and Bragi came in from the front. So they came in. Their reinforcements are coming from that way. Yeah. I really don't know what else to say. I didn't mean for this to be such a short review. I usually like to go like a good 40 minutes, but like this was a really fast paced chapter. So now we got the giants there. We got I don't know what the Blackbeard Pirates are up to. I'm still. So now the other Straw Hats are at the top. We don't know what Caribou is either. And of course, Marco and Stussy and everyone never arrived. Not Stussy. I keep calling him Stussy, but the Stussy's, one Stussy's came from. So I guess the end of the video there for today. I can't think of anything else to put in. That's out the recording. I want to see if Tekken got his video up. Yep, the rising sun, he called it. How many minutes is that? 38 minutes, dang. I'm not. Yeah, why do you, Tekken? Just wear a little simple shirt like I do.